Hello, my love. First, I want to start this off with saying that it's very brave of you to show up for yourself and your emotions, no matter how you're feeling today. So my intention with this recording is to help you work through any resistance to feeling your emotions. And resistance can look like a lot of different things. Sometimes resistance has more of the sensation of numbing. Sometimes it feels like almost like a grittiness, kind of like not quite an anger, but almost like a don't touch me type of energy. It can look like putting on a smile and saying that, oh, everything is fine, everything's okay, when in fact, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not all okay, and that's okay. So without judging yourself, maybe just tap in and see, what is your version of protection and resistance? What do you do? What does your body do when you get into resistant mode? Just notice. I invite you to find a cozy place to lay down. On the floor would be best, but if you need to be on a couch, that's okay. So just somewhere where you can be totally cozy and have space to move and to breathe and to make sound, because this is how we move emotions, is with our movement, our physical movement, with our breath, and with sound. So today we're going to be invoking all three of those elements to help you move past any resistance that you might be feeling. And first, before we get into any embodiment, let's just take a moment to thank the resistance. And I know that might seem a little counterproductive, but the resistance is here for a reason. Resistance is in place because it is a protector part. Resistance tries to keep us from feeling difficult to feel emotions like sadness, anger, grief, anguish, rage, judgment. That resistance is in place because there was likely a time or many times in your life where feeling your feelings wasn't safe. There was no person to show you what it meant to feel a feeling all the way through. So what happens is our body shuts down the feelings that are unsafe and it protects it with resistance. So truly your body is normal and it is very intelligent. It knows what it's doing. And we are inviting that resistance to soften today, because we don't necessarily need to feel the resistance to these emotions anymore. We don't want to get rid of that experience, but we do want to invite in a new experience. So let's find that space on the floor, on a bed, whatever feels comforting, but still allows you to take up some space. And let's just close down the eyes and just feel your body where it touches the floor. Feel your feet, your legs, your back, the back of your head. And just notice how supported you are in this moment physically, and also how you are supported by me. I am right here with you. Even though I'm not physically with you in person, I am sending you all the love and all of the support. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and big exhale out of the mouth. And let's do two more like that. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale out the mouth. Inhale and exhale, let it go. And I want you to just take a moment here and just notice what your body feels like. Notice if your mind is racing, that's okay. Notice what your chest feels like. Notice what your belly is like, your legs and your feet, your hands. We're just noticing without the intention to change it right now. And if there is resistance to feeling anything in the body at this moment, that's okay. That's okay. Just invite yourself to try. And maybe ask yourself, how come this resistance is here? Just notice what the answer is. And today I invite you to come into a breath pattern with me, a very simple breath, but very effective. Just breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the mouth. This doesn't have to be forceful. But let's start that now. In through the mouth and out through the mouth. In and out. And just find a pace that works best for you. It's okay to change that pace as you go through this today. And as you breathe, I invite you to start to find some really gentle and slow movement in the body. A lot of times when we're frustrated and we can't totally feel our emotions, we tend to want to make like really big movements with our body, like really fast paced. Maybe we go for a run or lift weights or just kind of like thrash around, which that's okay. But just for now, I invite you to take really gentle movement and just show your body that it is safe to start to feel something. It's okay, it's safe to let down that resistance. It's okay to add in the element of softness here. So just nice and gentle, nice and slow, still breathing through the mouth. Maybe you're just finding some movement in the hips, just very slow. Maybe you are doing like a windshield wiper motion with your knees. Maybe you're taking a full body stretch. And just trusting your body to show you the way. Your body knows exactly what it's doing. Still breathing. We are designed to move our energy in our body, designed to move our emotions through. And sometimes they just get a little stuck. So keep finding that movement. Maybe you decide to go onto all fours, maybe going into a cat-cow if that feels good, or into a child's pose if you need something a little more restorative. But still breathing very deep in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And the reason that we're doing mouth breathing today is because this is more of an activating breath compared to nose breathing. This is going to help bring up the emotions and energy, whereas nose breathing tends to down-regulate our bodies. So still breathing nice and slow. Finding that movement very gentle. And just notice what is here for you. Notice what is coming up. Maybe there's a frustration that needs to surface. That's okay. Or maybe there's a ping in the heart, like a sad. Let's just be with it. Let's just breathe. All we're doing right now is just letting the body know that we're here, that it's safe, to start feeling. Maybe holding the mantra, I am open to feeling my feelings. I'm open to that experience. You're doing great, still breathing deep, still moving. And whatever emotion that you're feeling, think about what shape that emotion would take in your body. Maybe if there's a big mad in your body, maybe that means you're clenching your fists. Maybe it means you're tightening up your whole body. If that's right for you, do that. Honor that. Maybe if there's a big sad in your body right now, maybe that means you're laying on your side. Maybe hugging yourself. If there's numbness here, that's okay. Just keep breathing. We're just getting used to this. It doesn't have to be perfect or look a certain way. Just trust. And as you move through these emotions, just keep taking that shape with your body. If the emotion had a shape, what would it look like? And now, as you exhale, I invite you to make a sound. So if this emotion had a sound, what would it sound like? Maybe going back to frustration, maybe if there's a big frustration here, maybe frustration is "Urgh!" on the exhale. Maybe if there's a big sad in the body, it's more of a sigh, like a I know sometimes it can feel a little weird to make noises and move in ways that we aren't socialized to view as normal. So just keep doing your best. So still breathing in and out through the mouth and breathing out on a sound. Making the sound of the emotion in your body. Give it a voice. We're still moving, we're still breathing, making noise. You're doing it exactly right. I'm right here with you. And sometimes when we're moving energy like this, when we're using our breath and movement and sound, it's not uncommon for many different types of emotions to surface. Sometimes under that frustration is a big mad. And maybe underneath a big mad is a big sad. So don't be surprised if we go from feeling really angry to feeling heartbroken. Anger and rage protect us from feeling grief and anguish and sadness. Emotions are very layered. So just be patient. Just notice. We're just going to go for 30 more seconds. Still taking the shape of the emotion in your body and making the sound on your exhale. And releasing the breath. And let's just find some stillness. Maybe placing one hand at the heart and one hand on the belly. And just let the energy settle in the body and just see what's here for you. Just being in the body. We're just noticing, we're not forcing anything here today. Maybe asking yourself, what does this emotion need from me today? Does it need some tenderness, some understanding? Maybe it needs to physically move through the body. Just notice what comes up. There's no wrong answer. And I hope that you're so proud of yourself for doing this today. Sometimes that protection in the body wants to keep us from doing practices like this because it's very afraid of letting this old energy move through. It feels safer to hold on to it. But know that you did it exactly right today. And I invite you to keep coming back to this for a while, especially in the beginning. Make the promise to yourself to show up for yourself. Set aside 20 minutes to do this, to breathe, to move, to make sound. Because when we show up like this, this tells our body and our inner world that they can trust us to show up for them. And this is how that protection inside of us starts to de-armor. And then we start to feel what's underneath that armor. So hang here for as long as you need. And know that I am always here supporting you, whether it is physically in person or right here in this recording. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.